Okay, today is July 2nd, 2011. This is the CNN homepage this afternoon. We're going to go take a trip around Oak Forest. Alright, we're starting on DeLange. Okay, I'm heading towards Antoine and DeLange Oak Forest Homeowners Association in their application. Listed 4 corners, 4 places where they were proposing Antoine and DeLange right there, 5400 block Antoine. They listed 4 places that they were proposed yard parking and ordinance signs. Today is day 13 since June 20th. Starting right here, just for the record, there are no signs at Acorn and Antoine, as we just turned on to. We're heading down Acorn. One of the places that said that they're going to place a sign is at Acorn and 43rd. That does not exist. Acorn doesn't intersect with 43rd at all, ever, anywhere. The next one is at Randon and 43rd. The street that we're on right now, Acorn, turns into Randon up here. Costa Rica right there. So Acorn turns into Randon. Once again, at no point does Acorn intersect. As I come around the corner, it's Verdun. And the light that we're looking at ahead is the light Viking. Milo and Randon. There's Lido. Of course, no signs yet. When I just pull up here, I'm gonna get out. Just don't stop exactly at the light. Okay, I am at 43rd, West 43rd, and Randon. And as you can see, there are no signs. Incidentally, these signs are supposed to be placed within 15 feet of the right-of-way. So without stopping the camera, I made a complete 360. There are no parking in yard ordinance signs here at all. So, Acorn at 43rd doesn't exist. There is no sign at Randon and 43rd. I showed you earlier on CNN's homepage that it's July the 2nd. It is 4:02. We're still sitting here at the intersection at 43rd and Randon. Once again, no signs.
July 2nd, 2011.
And no signs. As I mentioned a minute ago, it is day 13, starting with June 20th. Today is July 2nd, 2011. Nathan Krauser in his email stated that the parking in the yard notices that were sent out through the USPS by the City of Houston was the beginning of the notification. There's 9 elite. So starting with June 20th, counting 13 days, that's today, the parking in yard ordinance actually states that they have 10 days and they're required to, okay, Libby Lane, the 4900 block, we're going to go ahead and head straight down here until we get to Antoine Street or Drive or whatever it is. So don't forget Antoine at Libby, that's the first proposed notification sign location. The third place, Randon at 43rd, we just looked at, there was no sign there at 4:02 p.m. Acorn at 43rd doesn't exist. And Nathan Kraus stated in an email that they were planning the map. They should have noticed whenever they did the map, there's Bolivia and Libby. They should have noticed when they were planning the map that Acorn and 43rd never intersected any point. So I'm at Costa Rica and Libby. My next stop is going to be Antoine. The parking in yard ordinance runs with the land for 20 years. It's $150 a day charge misdemeanor.
You'll be guilty.
You'll be guilty of a misdemeanor and you'll be charged $150 a day if after this ordinance is passed you park in your yard. So I'm going to go ahead and get out here. So I'm standing here at Antoine. It's a pretty busy street generally. Antoine at Libby, the 4200 block of Antoine, and the 5400 block of Libby. As you can see, there are no parking in the ordinance signs, which are supposed to be placed within 15 feet of the right-of-way. I'm doing a complete 360 panoramic view, and you can see nowhere around here is a parking in yard ordinance sign. So let's go ahead and go back to the truck and find the last. Let's go and look for the last sign that they proposed, which is going to be 2 blocks down at Antoine and 34th. Alright, it's a pretty big, pretty busy intersection up here, so unless the light turns red, I'm not going to get out. Looking at 9 Lee right there. I just passed it up. Obviously, there's no signs out there. 43rd. There's no signs in either this yard or this yard here. So in the whole of Oak Forest Section 16, there are no parking in yard ordinance signs anywhere. We're driving back down 43rd here. Going down the main thoroughfare here in Oak Forest, Section 16, which would be West 34th Street. There are no signs anywhere stating that Oak Forest has opted into the parking yard ordinance, that OFHA Inc. has opted into the parking yard ordinance. Once again, today's July 2nd, so that makes today day 13. So from the very beginning in the application process, the Oak Forest Homeowners Association have either failed or refused to comply with the ordinance. Also, they're putting their Oak Forest Section 16 homeowners at a grave disadvantage, considering they're opting to park into a parking in yard ordinance that's going to run with the land for the next 20 years, and anyone who parks their car in the yard will be guilty of a misdemeanor and a fine up to $150 a day.
And they burden their private property rights.
That's without even giving them notice that's required by the City of Houston, and during a holiday weekend when many people are going to be out of town in the beginning, or in the first place. Again, we're back at Oak Forest, at Antoine Drive at 43rd, and there are no parking in yard ordinance signs. It's 5430 West 43rd. Once again, no signs anywhere. Yellow. Viking. Verdone. Go back to DeLange.